Welcome back to another review of Shaka Ilembe Season 1. It's a little bit of a different setup today, and that's because I am here with TRNDZA. That's TRNDZA. They've been kind enough to share their space with us, share their recording equipment with us, and share their opinions on the full season review of Shaka Ilembe. Welcome. I'm
what
so
it do?
excited.
No, very excited to have you as well.
Yes, very first collab.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's real now.
Yeah,
it's real. You know,
we are
we're out
doing
here.
this.
Yeah, we're collabing out here,
Yes,
doing
please
things. Yeah, it's
introduce
exciting.
yourself.
I am Mpo from TRNDZA.
Yeah.
We do reviews. We talk movies, TV, entertainment, the whole space. Yeah, it's TRNDZA. We just in the entertainment space. We're entertainment junkies. We love talking entertainment, and we want to share that with you guys. And
Yes.
yeah,
So let's jump straight
into Shaka.
episode 12.
Yeah, yes.
What did you think?
I loved it. I loved it. A lot happens. Macadema. First of all, he definitely got what was coming. That whole sequence was weird, though.
But I mean, what did we expect? This is Queen Nandi. This is what she does. A normal day in the office for her.
And you know what? The whole witchcrafty situation. We're used to seeing it from Ntombaz.
Yeah.
But Shaka. Do
Did
you
Shaka
think?
perform witchcraft?
Well, there was that sequence where he's on top of the hut and he's pouring something weird.
But
So was that a dream?
I think it was a dream because, kaSenzangakhona felt whatever that thing was dripping on him.
Yeah.
I think it's blood. And then he woke his guard up to go and check. Nobody was out there, and then all of a sudden it's gone. There's nothing on him. So I think it's still that paranoia that he has from when Shaka was still a child.
Like the goat dream
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
exactly.
You know, he's still
So
maybe.
I don't think.
But
that
the thing
Shaka
is,
involved in-
then why did he get sick?
You see, I don't know. That was a little bit weird for me because it's like, okay, as soon as your son confronts you, then
Now all of a sudden
you're sick.
But
I really
also-
don't know.
But also at the same time, there was a moment where Diniswayo and kaSenzangakhona are drinking from the same
But I mean,
thing.
then why
And
did
while kaSenzangakhona is drinking, Diniswayo is like side eyeing him. He was like, are you taking a sip?
I hear what you're
Are you
saying.
drinking?
But things I didn't get sick.
So we don't know if he actually drank. Did you see him drink from that thing? We just see him pass it over. And
Okay,
even
you
then,
know
I can
what?
fake drinking. I can go
True, very true. But here's what I think.
and just pass it over.
Just based on the character of Diniswayo as well. He seems like a very honorable man, a man of strong character. I mean, throughout the season, he has been a man that is after justice and does not, go behind back doors to get it.
I don't think so.
Okay, let me know. Let me.
I
hear
don't
it,
think
Mpho.
so. I feel
Let me hear
like
it.
you know what? He's a man with a vision. He's very ambitious, and I don't think he will shy away from doing a little bit of some shady stuff to get to where he needs to go. Like the whole situation with Shaka. What he's doing for Shaka is not very hard. He's enabling the guy. He
Dude,
can see
you
that
say that again.
the situation with Shaka is very, very dodgy, but he's just
Yeah.
like, but I need an ally in the South. When he becomes king, I'm going to need as many people on my side. So Liane, he's as much as he's being helpful, Liane has his selfish sort of like.
You know what? I do agree with you on his relationship with Shaka. As much as Shaka really is that man that is strong, he's been a warrior, he's been an asset to the Mtetwa clan, right? But he acted dishonorably, especially against the Elangi people, right?
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Listen, I understand that there's revenge that needs to be taken. I understand that these people terrorized your mom. Yeah, okay, fine, you want to kill them, but what's with the naked
It's the
stuff?
naked
What's
part
the
for
naked
me.
stuff?
It's the naked part for me. Like,
Exactly.
yes, you're like, people do get angry. They want revenge. It's like, why are you doing it?
I just think Shaka was not in his right mind.
He's
he
not.
Really was taken over
He's
by his
unraveling.
rage. Yeah.
He's unraveling this guy,
I completely agree.
He's had a very traumatic childhood, He's experienced rejection from his father, you know, his people, like the Go Elangeni, the mothers who are singing, you know, talking smack. His uncle rejected his mom. His cousin Akadem was also, you know, he's experienced a lot of trauma in his life. So he's also like, I think he's emotionally messed up.
I think
from all
I
of that
agree
stuff,
with
you
you,
know?
and I think that also the influences in his life haven't been keeping that at bay.
Yes.
So Udiniswayo, for instance, is one of them. And this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think his mother as well has been...
She also has her own rage, bruh.
She does. I think she does want what's best for her son. But sometimes there is that lack of, like, discipline. Sometimes.
And you know what? I saw this, like, from the very, very first episode. I was like, you know what? These two's relationship is weird. Like, the thing
between his mother and him.
Yeah, Shaka and his mom, like, it's almost like, you know, when a mother, like the father isn't in the child's life, a mother has a kid, and it's only her and the son, and they only have each other, and it's almost like she treats him like her husband or like the man of the house. Once he starts dating and stuff like that, she's like, no, I don't want to lose my child. Ooh, this girl is going to take my child away from me. Who's going to take care of me once my child is gone? You know, I feel like they have that sort of relationship. Leah and Shaka.
I tend to agree with you.
Yeah.
I tend to agree with you. And I mean, it was mentioned just immediately after Nandi was married. Then kaSenzangakhona took on a few more wives, and then she lost her, you know, her favor with kaSenzangakhona. Umkabayi, the narrator, did say that she started turning her affections towards her son. Right?
100%.
And yes, I agree. I just don't think it's at that super unhealthy level just yet, but I do believe that she has been a little bit enabling to Shaka.
Dude, what was it, episode 11, when that girl rejected him, the beats that he was going to give to her, he wasn't like, you know what, the next one. He was like, no, the real love of my life.
I thought he was going to give his mom the beats first, though. I was like, why give it to a random girl when you could give it to your mom?
You know, he's feeling her. You know, he's a young man. He's reaching that age where he's looking to, you know...
I guess. That wasn't weird for me, to be honest. Because I felt like he...
I understand what was going through his head. It's just like, you know, Moms is always there. Mom is not going anywhere, but you know what? 100%. That's exactly what it is. So I got that. So I get why the rejection, you know, hit him hard, because it's even
I forgot his name,
son.
But yes. The guy.
I think it's that part that really pissed him off. Yeah. It's who she was also cheating.
Yeah, I think because now Shaka does believe himself to be a better man than him, the Dimisayo's son. Yeah. And to be bested by him in this arena, it's not an easy pill to swallow.
You know what? No one is perfect.
True.
No one is good at everything. Shaka is good on the battlefield. He's good with battle formations. And he said himself.
Girls are
he has zero game. This guy does not have game, you know. Even his little brother was like able to be like, nah, this is how you speak to a girl, you know, all of these things. It's not, and there aren't any perfect people, you know.
No, I agree.
That's just where he comes short. And that's why I'm like, all of his affections, because of that, move towards his mother.
True. But yeah, I think there's a little bit of that enabling with his mom. I mean, if you remember episode 9, I think, I call it the Mtetwa Civil War, where Gendeyana died.
Yes.
Right? There's that speech that Nandi gives her son at the end. That's not enabling behavior. That's really calling you to order and saying, listen, bruh, if you're going to be king of people, you need to know how to be ruled and how to take orders as well as a person. So I think there's just like, she's not perfect either.
Yeah.
She's not
okay,
perfect
yes.
either.
Okay, I think that is a fair sort of like compromise.
Yes.
None of them are perfect.
None of them are perfect.
And you know, that's the thing that I love about this show, is that how complex people's motivations
really
are.
is.
No one is just 100% bad, and no one is 100%. this
Except for the
grey.
Ndwandwe people.
No,
guys
I don't
are
even think
100%
so.
bad.
I don't think so. I mean, like, the way I'm looking at it is that from the Ndwandwe people's perspective, as
Yeah.
much as we are like, Zwide is a terrible person, you know, we saw him attack Nandi in the beginning of the
Yeah.
thing. We've seen how he blamed Dingiswayo for the whole situation. Even like, we've seen the bad side of things, but I'm sure to his people, he's like, you know what, when we were going through a famine,
Yes.
he was willing to do anything to make sure that we got food. Yes, he
That is
stole, he was doing, but it was to feed us. At the end of the day, his motivations were centered around us. So to them, he's a hero. You know what I'm saying?
but
It's
he
who
has
tells
to-
the story, I feel like. If the Ndwandwe were the ones telling the story, Zwide was going to be the Shaka.
Makawe.
You know what I'm saying? He was going to be that guy. But because it's the Zulus who are
Yeah.
telling the story, they're like, nah, this dude is whack. You know?
I mean, I hear you, Mbo.
Yeah,
I hear you.
I'm being a devil's advocate
I can
right
see
now.
that.
I'm being a devil's advocate.
I
I'm
can see
defending
that.
basically the undefendable. But you know,
But I think
it's great.
It's all of these like little stories that we're touching upon that really came together nicely in the final episode.
Yeah.
Episode 12 for me really just felt like a nice little full circle type of moment.
It's a combination of all of
Yes,
these
yes.
things that have been building up, you know, why Shaka is, why we know him as this cruel, whatsoever leader. It's because he's gone through some stuff.
Yeah, and that's an
That-
ode to the storytelling actually and the
Yeah.
writing of the story.
Yeah.
It's so intricate and it's so interwoven. It's just beautiful to watch, to tell you the truth, because you really do get to a point at the end where every single scene, every single moment, every single event, you understand how we got to that point.
Even Mkabai's like voiceover speech
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
end, I was touched. I was feeling
Her
that. I was
voice
like, wow.
alone
Her
will get
voice
you
is so epic. Oh, it was so. And she did.
man, is she like pretending? Is she making it worse?
I think she's making it like that.
Oh, wow.
But you know, it's so good.
Yeah.
She's so good. Mkabai is an amazing character. You know, the way she turned on, she didn't really turn on her brother.
I mean, it was inevitable
she
because
was-
they were on different sides.
They were even before he became king. You know, there was some conflict.
Yeah.
You know, they used to clash on some.
But I
stuff
do
there.
respect kaSenzangakhona's brother, Mgabai's brother, the one that was killed by Shaka at the end. I respect him because he gives me a sense.
Brother, isn't that their uncle?
I think it's the brother.
Is
Is
it?
it not? He's a prince as well.
Yeah, I thought he's
I might
their
have it
dad's brother. I think.
Well, whatever he is.
that dude.
That guy.
Yeah. That
I
guy.
respect him because he reminds me as well of Ungomani, the Tetwa clans.
Yeah.
I don't know, Induna, or whatever they call him.
Kutundal.
Those guys are the epitome and the definition of loyal.
Yes.
You know, this is the seat, this is the throne.
I'm
I don't
loyal.
care who's sitting on it.
Yes.
I don't care who's sitting on
I'm
it.
not loyal to the king. I'm
No.
loyal to the throne.
And I think somebody like that is really such a great asset because you know that
100%.
as soon as I am here, this man is
100%.
for me. It was just sad
as
to
a
see
good
that.
leader,
Yeah.
that's even Shaka mourned him and he was like,
Yeah.
I really wish this guy was on my side because you need people like that. And he also respected the fact that this guy was like, you know what, I can't in good conscience be your follower and
Yes,
stuff like
knowing
that.
that I failed my king. at that
Exactly.
time.
And he's just like,
That's short-lived.
bruh.
Did you really believe Skujana was gonna be like
Oh, that guy. Hey, that guy, not Tata Sai. That guy, come on. No, that guy definitely, he didn't stand a chance at
Nah.
all. And kaSenzangakhona was fully just forcing the situation. What did he think was going to happen? He
No,
hears
I
what
think
a Shaka is
kaSenzangakhona's
like.
pride really got the best of him. He just did not want to accept that this prophecy is not about you, bro.
You know what? That explains a lot. Shaka's father is prideful. His mother is prideful. Kuri is just
Shaka's
like, hey.
prideful.
It's just like, yeah. But yeah, that actually, and that's his downfall.
Yeah.
It's his pride.
Yes.
Nandi, to a certain extent, I feel like her pride also contributed to her difficult life because
Okay, let's break it down.
Yeah, because at the time, as much as today we're like stand your ground, speak your voice, grow your word, back then people didn't want to hear.
True, especially from a woman.
Especially from she was like, you know what, I'm not gonna stand for that. I know my worth, and I'm going to say, and it pissed everyone around her off because even the other moms and whatever go Elangeni was like, you know what, you think you're better than us, you see yourself as whatever.
But I mean,
Look at you now and stuff. I mean, she was right. Because she was like, you know what, I won't accept being treated like this because I know that I should be over here. But being like that is gonna piss people off.
True. But I mean, when did her downfall begin? I would say, based on the story, it's when she was kicked out of Kwanobamba.
That is actually...
And yes, she did contribute to it. I mean, you know that you're one of the king's wives, and he takes turns with visiting each and every one of you guys. So,
which is crazy.
I mean, that's what the definition of this term is.
Yes, I understand that, but I'm just like, when thinking back on it, I'm just like, yo, what a crazy way to live.
I think she overestimated KaSenzangakhona's love for her. So like they said.
You know what? I think that's where the pride thing comes in as well. Nandi really did believe that she was the favorite. And when she stopped being the favorite, she stopped wanting to also show affection to her husband. I think that's where she failed her marriage
It's
as
when
well.
Bibi came into the picture. Hey! She messed things up. Even her kid was the one who ended up being the heir. So Bibi, Bibi had a lot of influence.
True.
So,
but I think
what happened?
Nandi also made it easy for Bibi to have influence because of the pride that she had and the rebelliousness that she had.
You know, it's in the beginning. I'm sure KaSenzangakhona was like, she's strong. You know, she's making me feel the things. But
I believe that Nandi is wife material. In the sense that she's a very opinionated woman. She's extremely intelligent. She's extremely smart. And she's a kingmaker, as we've seen.
But you know...
Right? But then it can turn on you as well.
It also depends on the guy. The guy needs to be... You know, he needs to be able to handle... Well. Exactly. If you're insecure, like KaSenzangakhona was, it's going to be a problem. You need to be on the same level. You know, you need to understand that, you know what... This is a strong woman. I also need to be strong and together. You know, you can't mess with us. You can't move us, you know. But if you are easily moved and she's not, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
It's going to be, and it was.
KaSenzangakhona really did have a lot of character flaws. I mean, remember that episode where they were showing us his pride? He used to like bath naked in front of people. And also how he just ended up turning on his son because of that elephant scene.
Dude!
I saw that scene and I'm like...
That was so powerful.
This is the moment to be like, that's my son.
Exactly.
That is my son.
I wonder how he felt after the whole dancing thing. That's how you would imagine he felt during that moment. He was like, that's my boy. That's my seed right there. You know, the world trembles to him. That's my genetics. That's insecurities. Insecurities will really mess you up, and that's really what happened with KaSenzangakhona. I'm pretty sure that if KaSenzangakhona lived today, he'd be like some sort of influencer.
Why?
Because he loves himself.
Okay, he loves attention.
Yes, he loves attention. He'll be on IG. You know what?
With the six packs.
And stuff like that guy is so into himself.
I see that.
He's very he would be in the gym all the time, you know, taking those selfies, shit. That's his vibe.
So does this mean that KaSenzangakhona is like your least favorite character on the show?
Even gave me a look. Yes, I do not like KaSenzangakhona. I call him like an F-boy because...
Oh, I see.
Yes.
As you just described.
Yes, because his behavior is very F-boy. He falls in love. He gives all the attention. He says all the right things. I'll make you my queen. I'll do... But when things hit the fan, Then all of a sudden, he's defending himself. He doesn't want to take ownership of his child. He's not taking responsibility
Sure,
for
that
that.
was just wild. That whole relationship with him and Nandi and his son.
And the fact that even after that, she was still like, yeah, I'll still marry you. I'll be, you know, I won't be I won't take the position that I was supposed to as like the main wife, but
Yeah.
I'll come back to you just so I can still be with you and stuff like that.
I think
thought
Nandi
that
really
was,
did love
she
KaSenzangakhona
really loved
though.
this dude. Just like Shaka also really loved
his dad.
kaSenzangakhona. Like, this dude is loved by the people around him, and he just spits on that love. He really upsets me, that guy. He really, really, he's very disappointed.
No, he is.
Disappointment.
And that face that he makes, like nothing.
Yeah,
impresses
like,
him.
It's like, what are you doing,
It's like,
guy?
dude.
What's happening?
that?
What is happening? By
Yeah,
that?
he was quite an annoying character.
Yeah.
Just like one annoying character that I really didn't like was Umawewe. Oh my word.
Oh yeah.
I think it's, yeah, I could say that Mawewe was my least favorite because he is such a coward.
Yes,
He
but
is such a coward. But do you think Mawewe had it in him without being bewitched?
what to make the
To
move?
turn on his brothers?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I actually don't know, because after the fact, when he was king, he was, you know, he was pretending to be like in control and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So you would think that he had ambitions for the throne.
I
but
think
I
he
don't
did.
know.
I think he did have ambitions for the throne, and the reason I say that is because
Who was supposed to be king though?
Ntombazi, I think it was either Tama or Timiswai. I think
It
they
was
were the two oldest.
Nah, it
Yeah.
was, but it wasn't supposed to
think
be
it was-
Mawewe.
No, Mawewe
Mawewe
was
was
like the
never,
last born. I think
yeah,
he's like
he
the
was
last
never
born.
supposed to be.
But I think he wanted to be king because he was enticed by the idea of come to me and I will show you how to be king.
So you're saying that he wanted
Yeah.
to be king, and Ntombazi was the push he needed to make the moves.
I think Ntombazi, because remember the whole scene started when Ntombazi came to the Mtetwa palace to
Yeah.
save her son after
Yes.
that very first war
Yeah.
that we saw. So she needed a way to figure out how to get her son out of the situation. And Mawewe was the weakest link.
And he
You
was the
can
weakest
see that
link.
this guy
Exactly.
is easily enticed. And she enticed him with the idea of
Yeah.
becoming king. I think
Basically-
he already wanted to do it.
Yeah, you're
So-
right. I agree. I think like the seed was there.
Yeah.
She just watered it
Yeah.
with her witchcraft, and then, but that
then
whole
chaos.
bruh, that was really sad though. How can you like betray all your brothers like
Bruh.
that? That
But they know
was
it's
crazy.
you, man. I want to be king, so
Even the dad, when he started
Shut up,
realizing,
that
he
guy. He actually
started.
made me sad
He-
because they
dude.
also took advantage of
Yes.
him. Yeah. It actually
Definitely
made me
they
sad.
took advantage.
And also like in the later stages where he would ask about
Yeah,
Udiniswayo,
where is
and
my
then-
son?
And then Mawewe tells him, no, you killed your,
Yeah.
you killed your kids, and he
Yeah.
starts crying and I'm like, shame.
That was
man.
super sad.
Yeah,
that
that's
was super
quite
sad.
sad.
And when he killed,
When he got his brothers
he was
killed.
already losing it.
Yeah,
Mawewe
he
was
was,
already
he was.
like reminding him of stuff like that. It was it's really sad situation.
Yeah.
Mental health is real.
Yeah,
Mental health is real, guys.
yeah.
So I wonder how people dealt with that sort of stuff back in the day. Like, what did they say
it
was
depends.
happening?
I think it depends who you are, because clearly we saw with King Jobe that because he's king,
people
you
are
can't really
just sort
defy
of-
him. So
You just take it.
it's either you like keep your mouth shut or you risk getting killed. So what do you do?
If you're like a common person, then you are
I guess
really
they just
in
say
trouble.
you're old, and that's it.
You just be, or maybe you go the way of Ilembe, the dude who was cast out into the woods because they were like, this guy lost his mind.
But
You
that
know,
guy
what
was
would-
a military veteran,
Yes,
so
yeah.
he's probably was a bit more violent than somebody with dementia would be. Yeah.
he was violent like with people. And, But what was funny is that when Shaka went like after Lembe,
Yeah.
there were other people with him.
With that guy.
Yeah, with that.
he
Who
had like
are
a
they?
crew there.
Who are those people?
I have no idea.
These are the questions. We'll find out. Season 2.
Season 2. Yes, and how about that ending?
Hey, bruh. Did you see the
It's
post
expected,
credits?
though. Yeah.
Sequence? Oh, okay, yeah.
I think it's expected. This boy is yearning for his father's love.
Yes.
And
Oh.
Shaka upstaged him.
Oh, dude.
Took over his seat as the son, the loved, the beloved of
that
Dingiswayo,
speech he gave Dingiswayo, where he was like, don't pretend like I didn't go through some stuff as well. I lost my father. I was treated like a traitor's son. And like my life was, and I was like, yo, dude.
He's right though. He's really right. And
100%.
yeah, man, that was hard to watch.
Very hard. It was so sad.
It was very, very sad.
Dingiswayo didn't even have anything
But I mean,
to say
what do you
back
do
to.
as Dingiswayo? Here you have your son, right? Yes, he is your son. He is the next heir to the throne. But he's not exhibiting the same, behavior as Shaka, the warrior, the undefeated.
But they also had shared that whole
leader.
thing of we were both, outcasts from
True,
our...
and I think that's also what made their
it
relationship so strong as
yeah,
well, is
yeah.
because they have something in common.
They have things
as
in
being
common.
exiles.
Yeah,
or
they have
outcasts,
bad
so to speak.
relationships with their fathers as well,
Yeah.
So they have stuff to talk about. What
True.
is Dingiswayo going to talk about with his son?
But I do think it's incumbent on Dingiswayo to train his son. I mean, Shaka isn't going to take over the throne.
Yeah.
So
what's his plan?
What are you like? Okay, fine. He's gonna take.
You're
over.
not
Your
gonna
son's
live
gonna
forever.
take over, and then
What's going to
do what
happen?
with your kingdom?
It's same thing with kaSenzangakhona. Yeah, now when he was like Sigujan, what was his plan there?
Well, we don't
These
know
guys
what the
don't-
sitch is there. Got November. What Kuchana has been going through. Maybe he's been living the soft life too much.
Yes,
as,
yeah.
as the
As
king's
the
son.
kings, I can imagine. I can imagine
Yeah.
he was, but it seems like these guys aren't really planning for after they are
Yeah.
here. They think, well, I'm gonna be here forever. So
But here's
I'm
the
just
thing
gonna
now.
make the moves
This relationship
necessary.
that Dingiswayo has fostered with Ushaka, he has a plan, obviously, to unite all the nations, all Dingiswayo. And he's obviously training and sharing his skills and his knowledge with Shaka, hoping that one day they will have an alliance together.
Yeah.
But, okay, we want to unite all nations into one. Who's going to rule?
Wait, you mean
Between Shaka and Dingiswayo.
Dingiswayo should rule because he has more of a head start
Okay.
than Shaka. Dingiswayo was the one who made alliances with all of these people that he was showing to Shaka. Those people are going to choose Dingiswayo first.
Do you think so?
Yes. They don't know. This is just, to them,
I mean, Shaka
Shaka
has
is
built up a
Dingiswayo's
reputation
friend.
for himself.
Yeah, but under
Yeah, true.
Dingiswayo.
True.
As under, like, any Nduna can build a good reputation, mara no other king will say that Nduna, they won't choose a Nduna over the chief. Because as much as this
Shaka
guy...
is his own king now.
Yes, but he's still a king under Dingiswayo.
Yeah.
That's
But
the
do
thing.
you think that Shaka will agree to be ruled by Dingiswayo?
Yes, he's loyal to the guy.
I do not agree.
I-
Shaka has way too much pride. I don't think that Shaka is gonna agree to be ruled by Dingiswayo. He's got a lot of pride and he also has his own ambitions. I mean, let's tie it back to the prophecy. There's gonna be a cub born who's gonna be a lion and gonna unite the nations.
Well, I'm sure from Shaka's perspective, he
It's
is doing that with Dingiswayo.
But he's
And
not ruling
to him,
them.
Dingiswayo is like the father figure
Yeah.
that he wants. That he was hoping
That he's
kaSenzangakhona.
missed, yeah.
Exactly. This dude spends time with him. He teaches him. He's given him, authority over his, he's shown him favor. So
Yeah.
I think Shaka is grateful of that.
But
He
are you
hasn't-
going to be so grateful as to say, I'm serving under you when you're your own king?
I think so.
Sheesh.
I think so.
We're going to see a war between Shaka and the Mtetwas at some stage.
I am
It's just a
maybe
suspicion.
okay.
Yeah.
I think
They're going to conquer the
Dingiswayo
world
is going
together.
to die.
Yes. Okay, well. Yes, that is a possibility.
Because of his son.
Let's not forget that element, yes.
Yes. And then the son
Is
is
gonna
going
take
to...
over.
Yes, it's going to take over.
And then Shaka's gonna go
Because
and
Shaka
corrupt
does...
that son.
Exactly! Shaka doesn't... He doesn't even like this guy. He's going
yeah.
to... You know how he is about revenge.
He-ish.
Shaka's going to be like...
We've seen how he is about
Yeah,
revenge.
even if he doesn't know that this kid is the cause of Ding Swayo's death, he just doesn't like him.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna be like, "Wena, you're going
Because
to
it's
feel
you."
this spear. You're gonna feel it deep in your." So, yeah, I feel like that's what's
Yeah.
gonna happen, and because those other tribes that Ding Swayo introduced to Shaka,
They will come and support Shaka.
instead of this new,
Of course.
because they know
Shaka.
Shaka.
They don't
Mara,
know the new guy.
only if Ding Swayo is
So
out of
then-
the picture.
Okay, yeah, we do see that alliance now being made between the future king of the Mtetwas and
Yes.
the Ndwandwes.
Yes. I feel like that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of, in family, killings that happen.
But I think that was a norm in the day.
Yes, I do
really
think- which
that
is
was a normal
weird.
thing back in the day.
I feel like it's super weird.
If I just didn't like you, I could kill you. And
Yeah,
take your
even
space
though
as a
you're
king.
like my father or you're my son or whatever. Like, even KaSenzangakhona was like, I should have killed him right there. It's like, that's your son now. That is your son.
I mean, KaSenzangakhona lost his mind a long time
Yeah.
ago, guys. He really
Insecurity,
did.
guys.
It's hectic.
Hey, it's real.
So bad.
It's real. And that is
Yeah.
really his biggest issue, I feel like, KaSenzangakhona. Or is there anything else sort of behavior wise that it's his insecurity? Because he was
And
a
it's his
decent
pride.
guy.
And it's his pride.
And it's his
Yeah.
pride. Because before the whole prophecy stuff, he was a decent-ish.
I mean, he was still like full of himself
Yes,
a lot.
yeah.
We saw it like literally in the
Yes.
first episode,
Ooh,
the
yeah.
engagement between him and Nandi.
Hey,
Nandi's also full of herself. I mean,
boy,
she knows she
she's-
got it like that. So
How many times, like, have you seen that guy on the corner, like, talking to go, hey, oh, what? Like, KaSenzangakhona is that guy. Yo, I can't deal with him.
yeah.
So,
But this makes me want to segue into the acting on the show. What's your take?
I love it. I don't really feel like I know any of the actors. I know the
The
characters.
characters. And
Yeah.
that's always a sign of great acting.
Exactly. Like, I feel like if I were to see Wise Man, I'll see Zwide.
Ish, Wiseman
You know?
is a tricky one for me, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Because
Even his
I just
other
see him
roles.
as a Zulu man. and the reason I say that is because I saw him in
I'm so sorry. Dude, that is so intense, bro.
Let me explain.
That is so intense.
Let me explain.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I saw him in The Wife, and I saw him in Shaka Ilembe now.
Yes.
And most recently, he's been cast for that show, Ngalagata, Mendoza's biography.
Yes.
And and I honestly do not see a difference in the characters. I just see Wiseman Mube.
So you
He's
think
a-
he's not versatile in his acting?
To be honest, I don't think so. I think he's being typecast.
No,
That
he's like
hard,
I feel
that
like,
hard, like, you know,
Yeah.
alpha type, strong type of Zulu man. And that's what I mean when I say I see a Zulu man when I see Wiseman Mube. I don't necessarily see the differences in his characters.
I feel like it's
But
because
he's good.
Yeah,
He fits
I
the
mean,
role very well.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking because he gives off that vibe so
Yeah.
well, it's difficult to put him in a rom-com type situation because I don't think it would be believable. Not that he can't play a sweet guy, but I feel like if we look at him, we won't feel like, oh, this is... it's like Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson is Samuel L. Jackson in all of his movies. It's just
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson as a hitman, Samuel L. Jackson as a doctor, Samuel L. Jackson in space,
Yeah.
but it's him
Yeah.
in all his
Yes,
roles.
and that's
So
all I
feel
mean to say
yeah.
is that I do think he is being typecast. in the show as
Yeah.
well. So yes, I see Zwide, but I also see
Wiseman.
I also see Mtele from The Wife. When he was in The Wife, I
Yeah.
also see.
But those are like hella Zulu.
But that's
Roles.
what I mean. That's what I mean.
Those are hella Zulu roles though. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
So, but I mean, it's not to say that his performance as Zwide was not amazing. And
Yes.
he really killed that role. He embodied the role of Zwide. I think he was really good in the character.
Do you think he would have been able to play Dingy's wife?
It's a tough one. I don't know.
Or kaSenzangakhona? I don't think he would have been
think
able
so.
to play kaSenzangakhona because he doesn't have that, look at me, I'm a whatever type guy situation.
Okay.
He doesn't give that sort of vibe.
Yeah.
So I don't think he would have, but I don't know about Dingy's wife.
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. He does like give off that grunge type of acting, which I guess kaSenzangakhona doesn't really showcase.
Yeah,
And
kaSenzangakhona
as well doesn't really showcase that that grunge, that grit type of acting that Uzwide has. He seems very like aggressive and all the time. So I don't know. Maybe it's the voice. Maybe it's the way he speaks.
But I also feel like he really cemented himself as Zwide in the way he. That's why it would be
I
tough
do
to
agree.
imagine him as someone else.
Yeah, he was really perfect for the role.
He was. The casting was amazing.
Amazing on this show.
It was so good.
Like literally all the way up to Mawewe, Umakedama, even the
All the
characters
guys,
that you don't like.
Yes.
They were amazing.
They were, yes.
So
I
think
agree.
casting really did an amazing job on this show. I mean, each episode I was finding myself saying, wow.
And you know what? When they would get big names, even like for 1 or 2 episodes, you'd be like, "Oh, this guy is also on the show. This person is also." It was.
But I think my biggest surprise was Shava.
Really?
Yeah, that was my biggest surprise. I'm like, I didn't even know you act.
So random. Super random.
I didn't know you act.
I was
But
distracted by the wig. The whole
Guys,
time I was
those
just
dreads.
like, dude. I was like, did people really have their hair like that?
I think so. I'm not sure.
That is crazy.
But I mean,
the hair on this
speaking,
show. Was that real?
Yes, it actually
Really?
was real. So I did a little bit of research for one of my reviews, and that's how people's hair was. That's how they dressed. That's how they styled their hair.
How did they achieve that?
Have no
how did they
idea.
cut it into those
I have
shapes
no idea
and
how
stuff
they
like
did
that?
it, but that is historically accurate. The costume, so
Crazy.
the costuming, even the huts, the places where they stay,
Yeah.
that's how they looked back in the day. So these guys, man, they really went for it.
Okay.
They went all the way for it.
On the last episode, Nandi is wearing like this intricate, sort of like.
Nah,
is
that
that
was
his?
like- I don't know, but I'm just saying based on what I've seen.
Because
in
that was
all
like
pictures.
a couture type
Yeah,
dress, and I'm like, how would they have
This is
achieved
the
that?
the queen mother has
You know what I'm
arrived.
saying? It
No,
was
but
so
I mean, they
epic.
had the beads to
But-
do it.
yeah,
and
okay,
you
the
could,
beads.
you could literally just do anything with fabric and beads. So,
So you think they?
Yeah, I do believe that they were able to achieve that.
If they did that, that is.
Yeah, because even
amazing.
those like
Yeah.
Dish
Yes.
hairstyles.
The dishes.
you know how it is. It's
real.
historically accurate. So yeah, I don't know how they did it, but that's how
You know what?
Zulu people used to live.
The production, next level. They really went. Oh, I can really believe they've been working on this for like 6 years.
I
or
can
whatever.
believe that as well.
You know.
Because really there is so much attention to detail
Yeah.
in this show.
Yeah.
And one thing that I underestimated as well is the directing on the show. I mean, a director's job is to make sure that the message of the story is conveyed on screen.
Yes.
So immediately if an actor is not saying words the right way or not showcasing their face the right way, like there wasn't a moment when I was watching this season where I felt like I'm not there with them.
Yeah.
So I think that's an ode to directing, because that means you are literally choreographing every single scene, every single actor that's in the scene.
And
They did a great job.
And you really felt You know, the moments that were supposed to be like sad, that were supposed to be, you know, exciting. First, you felt it. You know, it was palpable. It wasn't just let's look at this moment. You also like let's feel
But I think
what
it's
these
a
guys are
combination
feeling.
of everything that we've been speaking about from the
Dude.
actors themselves,
Yes.
making sure that they are doing justice to the scene, doing
Yes,
justice to their characters.
yeah.
The storyline as
Yeah.
well contributes to setting up that scene so that you know exactly in that moment how to feel. And one example I want to give was when Shaka had just gone and done his bathing suit show. And when he came back, welcomed as a hero, he called his mom to the front, you know, to celebrate her. And sure, man, that got me a little bit emotional because you really understand how to feel in that moment because you've seen everything that they've been through. And yeah, guys, I really don't like the fact that I don't have a terrible thing to say about this show, but it really has been that amazing. For me, it's really been that great.
Even the things that upset us are supposed to upset us. It's not like accidental, they messed up and I'm sad. I'm like, no, I'm upset about Zuide's behavior because I'm supposed to feel that way.
Yeah.
They really...
Everything is choreographed
it's
and
so
you
good.
are like literally transported
good.
into that world. You're transported into the moment. So, yeah.
I wonder what it felt like shooting this show. Like, could the cast tell that, you know, this was going to be hella epic? Because I'm sure there's nothing like this that has ever been shot in South Africa.
But you know what? I watched a interview.
Yeah.
Between... That was... they were interviewing Lemogang Tsipa.
Yeah.
And I've also seen...
that clip.
Umkabai, her actor, Don Tandika.
Yeah.
They spoke about how, you know, acting on the set and, you know, the whole vibe on the set was spiritual.
Yeah. They were saying they had spiritual experiences.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, that's pretty intense.
People would make sounds. And you were just like, how do you react to that?
I don't know.
It must have been really amazing.
It really is maybe otherworldly, out of body experience.
You know, they're saying the ancestors were there with them and stuff.
Apparently.
Dude.
That's what they say the experience was there.
I can believe that watching it.
Yeah.
I really, we need more productions like this in South Africa.
I agree.
It really connects us to who we are as South Africans, where we come from.
Yeah.
Because where we come from makes us who we are. And a lot of our history has been forgotten and has been twisted and has been told by other people, and we never get to really tell our own stories. And this is just an example of how well we can tell our stories.
And I want to go a bit beyond that as well and say, this is the level of production that we can produce or that we can deliver in this country. We can take it all the way into not just historical type of biography
in everything.
Productions, but fiction, rom-coms, comedies. It really felt like a world-class production. And I'm so proud that it's a South African story at that.
I feel like, Shaka, this is something we can take to anywhere in the world and be like, this is a slice of South Africa and they will love it. You know how Squid Games took over the world? It's in Korean, but it took over.
Yeah,
I can see that happening
Korean
with Shaka as well.
Culture has taken over.
Koreans are the next thing. I think, obviously, Hollywood, Bollywood, and now Coreywood? I don't know. I don't know.
Careful.
Might get cancelled. But but you know, I feel like they also have this booming industry and they're creating great stuff over there as well.
But don't you think that it's also an element
this is
of
it for us? Yeah.
And I think the reason as well is because they are true to themselves, they're true to their stories and how they tell stories, but just the production is like
on that level.
Yeah, guys.
So I think
this was amazing.
What we need is basically a budget. A bigger
and apparently
budget.
This is the biggest budget ever in South Africa.
Like
but they don't want to tell us how much.
It was hundreds of millions.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have an exact figure?
I don't remember it. I don't
Because
remember.
I think it's important to put these figures out there
Yeah,
because then it really does inject a lot of value into the industry as
I
well.
think it was like 200 or 300 million
I can believe
rand
that.
went into this
I
production
can
over
believe
6
that.
years, including research, building
Yeah, I mean, they had
those
like a
huts and those
1,000-person crew or
Dude,
something like.
have you seen
something
like the
crazy like
behind
that.
the scene shots? It's
Footage,
oh,
yeah.
like this is so epic, and it comes
Yeah.
through. The fact that you see it on the screen is what really makes it worth it for me. And I'm just like, there's no production out of SA that comes even close to this. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a tough wait for season 2, which is confirmed, by the way.
Has it been?
It's
Okay.
today, this morning. But
Perfect. I'm
guess
so
for when?
excited. Next year.
Nope.
Please don't tell me we have to wait another 6 years.
I think it's like 18 months. So 2025.
Early 2025. Or maybe roughly the same time.
Yeah, let's look at 2025.
Sure, okay. That is a wait. They're doing like Game of Thrones type of vibes on
Yes,
us.
yeah.
That was a long way.
I mean, it's that level of production.
Yeah.
though. It takes
and
time
I think,
to make
yes, you do
know.
need to respect the work that goes
Exactly.
into it as
It
well.
took 6 years to create this, so let's allow them to do their thing for season 2. It's going to be tough for us, but
I
the
think
proof is in the pudding.
that's a nice way to round things up.
Yeah.
What are your expectations in season 2 besides the betrayal of Dingiswayo by his own son?
I hope people age.
Hey, you can say that
Hey, I
again.
hope people age. They look age appropriate because
Like,
Nandi.
I saw a tweet like saying the only person aging in this show is
Shaka,
Shaka.
yes.
And then there's Zama a little bit with that like
What's
whitish.
guys?
Dingiswayo's old, then he's young, then he's old, then he's young.
Retake. So hopefully, I
But
don't know if they're
what
gonna
do they do?
recast.
Do they go into like makeup, to add the wrinkles? Yeah, nah.
You think smoothing though?
Yeah, why
I
not?
think they
I mean,
should
if the budget
recast.
is there.
I think
But
they
who are
should
you going to
recast.
recast Nandi as?
Someone.
That's what the Giant did it, to be fair.
They recast
They like changed the actors
Excuse
twice
me.
or even 3 times.
for
Yeah.
aging purposes.
Season 1, yeah.
Like with Shaka.
Just like with
But I
Shaka,
mean, Shaka,
yeah.
Shaka's an easy one because he was a young man and then he was old.
We saw 3 Shakas. We saw baby Shaka.
Yeah.
We
We
saw
saw,
middle.
and then we saw that Dando Zondi guy
Yes, and
as
then
Shaka
we
and
saw-
then
yeah.
Lemuhansikwa.
So-
Yeah, so
Nandi has looked the same since throughout for the past
literally,
20 something
literally.
years.
When the episode ended yesterday and they were showing like scenes throughout
Yeah.
the episodes and they showed us Nandi when we first met her, I'm like, this looks like the Nandi that I just
Exactly.
saw. It's supposed to be like a 20-year
The other guys, at least they add spice and a grey hair here. Nandi looks exactly the same.
True. No, but I think they can invest in like some sort of prosthetics or whatever they call it. To
Hey,
just
those
age
things
them a
take
little
time,
bit.
hey? So that's like
It's
a
a
whole
world-class
3
production,
hours
guys.
before
Or
shooting.
do you wanna be recast?
I say they must recast. I say.
I don't
agree.
believe they should be recast
I-
because
I
I, do
don't
think
think-
that we have developed some sort of an attachment to the characters now as well. Nandi is Nomza Mombata. Dingiswayo is Temingosi Mthembu.
Yeah.
Lemuhansipa is Shaka. So, guys, just do prosthetics. The budget is there. Or if it's not, it should be. Because
That would be hilarious. They give Dingiswayo a cut.
they should. I mean, like...
he's hanging over his African skirt. I would love that. That would be so hilarious. That would be worth watching. If they put that in the trailer, I'd be like, come on.
I mean, they
Season
did that
2.
with Thor when he became...
Yeah, it's,
so...
guys, we're comparing this to Marvel.
Yeah,
okay.
so I think I agree with you. I think people should start aging. in
Yes,
season
like for
2.
real. For
Yeah.
real.
And
In a
we're gonna
proper
see
way.
the exploits of Shaka now as well. How he
Yes.
moves as king and the craziness that
Yeah.
we've heard about but not really known the details of.
And how basically he moves from being a chief to a king, how he unites. And I think Zwide is going to play a bigger role
Yeah.
in season 2 as well, because he's going to be the main bad guy. Basically,
Yeah.
it's going to be,
I think so as well.
it's Shaka and Dingiswayo versus Zwide.
And Dingiswayo's son.
Yes.
Actually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting.
I think it's gonna be
nice.
very, very
gonna
interesting.
be
But
nice.
that's
Shaka's brother. What's his name? Dingane.
Dingani. Well, we don't know where
Oh,
he
yeah,
is, surprisingly.
yes.
I mean, I just know based on reading the
Yes.
stories.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we
know what's gonna happen.
But for now we don't know what's
Yeah,
happening
but
with
I think
him.
that's one thing I appreciate about this show is that even though we know how the story
Story
goes, you get a lot more details in it
Yes.
as well, and I think that's where then
And they're also
the 6
they're
years
taking their own creative, twists on stuff.
I
They're filling
wish-
in the blanks.
I really wish they could be some sort of comparison to say what's historically accurate and what's creative freedom, because it's left up to interpretation
Yeah,
of some
it
of
is,
us.
yeah.
We are not the
Those are
historians.
exactly.
We're not custodians of this history, so we don't know what.
For those of us who don't know,
Yeah.
you are just gonna be like, oh, all of this is
Happened.
as it is,
yeah, and it's
so
not necessarily true.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
but I mean, the
I
important
love it.
bits
Yes.
stay the same way.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. But
Yeah, I
but
enjoyed it a
because
lot.
we know the history, I don't think it's a good idea to be 100% follow it because it's not as,
interesting.
Yeah, I think some creative
Don't you think real life
liberties-
is interesting?
Yes, but don't just, because then you can just basically read a history book and then be like, oh, this is what's going to happen next season. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, we
be a
kind of
little
already
bit-
know what's gonna happen.
So yeah, don't read about it because it's going to ruin the. Actually,
I don't think
no.
it's gonna ruin
Actually,
it
I
because
agree with
I
you.
actually read some of the story.
Yeah, and it
before
was
we got
still
to the
good,
end.
yeah.
It's really
It's
good.
still
guys.
enjoyable,
It's
yeah.
Just watching a
Yes,
well-produced,
yeah.
well-written, well-acted out, well-directed story.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
entertaining and it's enjoyable.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a great show. I can't wait for season 2.
You know what? I need to at least
Yeah.
take my expectations low now, knowing that I need to wait 18 months.
Yeah, basically 2 years.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll find some nice shows in between. Because
Yeah.
company.
What are you watching?
Currently nothing, but I'm waiting on that Outlaws to come out.
That's me. That is me. For
Yeah.
some reason, it just gives me that vibes that this is the next big thing.
You know what? I think there is a lot of hype around it.
Yeah.
I'm just not convinced if it's gonna be like an original story, if it's gonna be.
I mean, a similar story to it has already been told, like battle between, like Basotho and the Zulus and stuff. Like
Yeah.
that sort of story. It seems
Yes,
like
and
that
they
has
also
already
have
been
a
done.
little bit of that Romeo and Juliet spice.
Yes,
in there as well.
exactly.
So I'm
Forbidden
just-
love type
Exactly.
situation.
So
yeah.
I'm not like super excited to watch it because I feel like it's gonna be predictable. I
We'll
feel
see.
like yes,
We'll see.
We'll definitely
We'll
see.
definitely see.
And I hope they disappoint me. I'm looking forward to a great story, and I hope it's exactly that.
I hope so as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully they've learned from the other stuff that are sort of like that and are able to produce something that is actually going to be like
Yeah, and I mean,
as-
Temingosim Temu, that guy's working now.
Hey,
eh?
bruh.
Jumping from
Ubi
production
easy.
to production to production.
Ubi easy.
It's,
But you know
it's
what?
good. I mean, he's a great
Very,
actor as
very.
well.
But
But
you know
he's
what?
also another one of those characters that I feel like is being
typecast.
Yeah. He has
I don't
also
know.
like that,
Yeah.
energy.
And he's a Zulu man, that guy. you know.
Yes.
Yeah, so I agree
So we'll
with
see.
you.
We'll see
yeah,
his
we'll see. We'll
performance
see
in
how
this
it goes.
show.
But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
I want to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a good story.
Yeah.
There is a lot of hype around it. It does seem like it's going to be epic. The scenes, they look very grand. and
Yes, yeah.
So I'm just hoping for a great story.
Fingers crossed. Eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's it, guys, for the full season review of Shaka Ilembe. What were your guys' thoughts? What did you think about the season? What are you expecting in season 2? I cannot believe it's going to be 18 months, but let's hope they make it worth our while. It has been a great first season. And thank you to TRNDZA for joining us for this review.
It was an absolute
Make sure you
pleasure.
guys go check out their channel.
Yeah.
They've got some amazing stuff on there. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
The link
Are
is in the
influencing,
description.
ringi
Link is in
kabola,
description.
comment
Yeah, all the good stuff,
Yeah.
Comment, like, subscribe, and yeah.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.